Welcome. What's up, my people? It's your girl, Laleti, on the Incredibly Raw Show.
And here is your sir, Mr. Victor Manuela.
It's a pleasure.
Hey, umepotea?
Wewe ndio
Mko
umepotea.
maandamano?
You look like the person to go for maandamano.
No, I can't do that.
You're Team Raila, right? You know, Team
No.
Raila, they...
Yo,
Wafuasi wa
we
baba.
are just fighting for our rights, not even about trial or something. It is not political in any way.
But come to think of it, how is maandamano helping? You know me, I am so behind, so I don't understand how it's helping. I'm just trying to figure.
Well, I just feel like people are just hearing out their views.
Yeah.
And that is the only language that the government might understand in one or the other.
True.
So, and the police brutality, I feel like they're going out so strong, which is bad.
Well, I am for maandamano and team.
There's no democracy.
But I'm just not sweating for it. I can't die for maandamano. Anyway, today we gathered here to talk about a very interesting topic, right?
Yeah.
Interesting topic. And we're going to jump right into it because there's nothing much to talk about it. So we're going to talk about the generation of men and women right now compared to then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to compare men and women. First of all, we're going to start with the role of a man and the role of a woman back then, because I feel like it's still the same back then, right?
For sure it is. And if you ask me, I feel like people need to understand that the old generation and this new generation are totally different.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of things have changed over the years. Technology, education, ways of communication. You see. So I feel like a lot of things have influenced the character of this new generation.
Yeah,
if you compare it also to the other generation. So
absolutely.
So I think it's a bunch of things.
Yeah. So in your terms, what do you think is the role of a man?
In this generation, basically
back
a role
then,
of a man. Back then and even now,
it's still the same right now.
The role of a man in a society is provision, protection. We have a lot of roles as men: protection, provision, a lot of things.
Okay.
Yes, and I also believe women also have their roles.
True.
So you can tell us role of women.
So I think basically role of women is to support, to nurture, to provide care, I guess. So yeah, basically that's it, to support always. Like they always say, the woman is always the pillar. So what does a pillar do? Supports, right?
Yeah. The peaceful pillar.
Yeah. Why are you stressing on the peaceful pillar?
A woman should be peace.
So I just want to know, like back then, how are women as compared to,
this new generation of women? Difference biggie. You can't even compare. Most women before, they were not that much learned compared to women now.
Yeah.
In fact, now in this new generation, madem na wamesoma kushinda maboys.
Sana, exactly.
Every time atokingalaga results ikitokea madem na perform compared to other generations.
Yeah, true.
So the older generation of women were good caregivers.
Yeah.
They were nurturers, good nurturers. I have to emphasize on the good part of it.
Got it.
They really nurtured as well.
Yeah.
You can see us. We're not the Gen Z, so
Sure.
my apologies for that. But anyway.
But we're living in the Gen Z world. So
it?
hey. Yeah.
So our moms before, they were so different compared to these moms.
Yeah, true.
They nurtured us according to their culture and traditions.
Yeah.
But if you compare this generation of moms, or TikTok moms, if you know what I mean, the technology, I can't blame them.
Absolutely.
So for them, they even simulate other people's culture and forget about their culture. So there are a lot of difference.
So for me, I feel like men of them, okay, they were straight, no chasers. I feel like a lot straight, no chasers. Like, they are straight. No, they were like fast forward.
Yes.
And I feel like they respected their women. And they okay, I'm not saying men of now don't respect their women, but I just feel like men of now love and forget to respect. Do you know there's a difference?
Yes.
It's true. Like, you see, when you're with your woman and you cheat on them and you still say you love them, that's true. You cheat and you still love them. But when you're with your woman and you respect her and you love her and you don't cheat, that's you loving and respecting her. So those are two different things.
Yes. Let me tell you, Wakitambo, they never cheated because they could even marry to 10 women if they wanted to.
That's not true.
And trust me, for me, where I come from, men wangekuwa baby kaa 5 if they want to. And before, marriages was napangwa, you get it?
Really?
Yeah,
like arranged marriage. Yeah, true.
Like if one of my granddads, I have several granddads, for them, they had a lot of livestock, mob. So what do? You spot a beach. Oh,
it's okay. It's a
vulgar,
beach.
Sorry. You spot a woman, then we arrange the family. Take house, even if they want 10, you take 10.
True.
Immediately, whether she likes it or not, she's your wife. You get it? So when you say about respect, I feel like nowadays men are giving women much respect compared to before, in one way or the other. Because the money, and as you know, a man value is measured by his achievements in the society.
Yeah.
You get it? So before, men or those, if you have a lot of cows, you are respected, and if you have a lot of women and kids, you are respected. So a lot of things have changed, if you ask me.
Yeah, I feel so too. Like, I feel like men of then, even in regards on how they approached women, and how they started like courting women, it's not the same as now.
Yeah, of course.
There's a huge difference. Like, I feel like I miss the old courting period whereby a man was like, nataka kwenda kwa kina Laleti, nataka kuongea na mama yake, knock. Mama Laleti yuko, we want to go to the library, but we sneak in. But squeezy, even your own parents are viewing your butts out on Instagram when you guys are licking on each other's mouth, which is unavoidable. I get it, but I just feel like when you say men were like faithful and they were not cheating before, I feel like it's not true, because that's why you see me and you can find out we have brothers from another mother in another area because our dad did the thing, because they cheated and they didn't want our moms to know. That's why you find you have step brothers, siblings.
Yes, it's good.
And
it's
most
good,
of
actually.
That, it comes from the dad.
You know what? Actually, it's good I come from a polygamy family, and I had it from the dragon's mouth. That is my dad,
Yeah.
And he told me, he himself, that, I want to cheat. He never cheated because he had 5 wives, bro. I had money. I have money. I never cheated. So, from how they believed in the old generation is that if you want a woman, take her, wife her. I get it. And the difference now, women before, they accepted polygamy and they were so submissive compared to this new generation of women. You guys are not submissive in any way.
So let's talk about expectations you have for women.
It is not even expectation. It's just about women knowing their roles in the society as women. I feel like I feel like this new generation of women, they don't know their roles in the society compared to
back
the other generation. What's going on with you guys? You forgot about your role.
Like, I feel like when it comes to expectations with, between man and a woman, it goes both ways. You see, we expect men to provide. Men these days, they hardly provide.
No, men provide.
No.
What are you saying?
You're speaking for yourself, Manuela. You cannot account for every other man in the whole world. That's just me saying.
The role of a man in society, even in the Bible, was to provide.
But Dona Kwambia, Sahi, men,
and to lead,
most to be specific, men, most to be specific, they're not providing. Naskia. Ushaisikia story nataka 3K urgently. To men, it's not adding up. No. That's why I'm saying most men. Because it's most men. Because let me tell you, nowadays, it's a less number of stay-home moms
70% of men provide
dads.
For their family.
Most of the dads who are jobless,
70% of men provide for their family.
Anatafuta pesa. No. Don't get me wrong. You know it's happening. Pale Ruaka mumepangwa na line kwa apartment after apartment. That's what happened. That's what's happening. And that's where unapatanga some men, when they break up from such relationship, they bring the toxicity to a girl. msichana provide, msichana afanyi chochote. This man anaona akikaa kama. Have you ever seen that meme of when a girl tells you, when you tell your girl like you have no money, like you have no money, mwanamke anakuona ukikaa mbuzi. You've seen that meme?
Of course.
Like,
listen, for a man, as I said,
it happens the same way to men.
A man's value is valued by his achievements. So wealth is one of them. So if you have wealth, of course, you know.
So let's talk about the men. Do you really believe like all men provide?
Yes, all men provide. 7% of men provide.
Why are you accounting for the whole world? Somewhere there's a lady somewhere
7% of men provide,
working
right?
so hard to feed a man. Not even a kid, a man.
Okay, now let you get it. I feel unongelea the 30% that I'm talking about in Yemebaki.
No.
I think that you're talking about, I mean, the 30% wenye wamewekwa. We have the generation wameko na mamas. We have those
I'm
also.
I'm glad you can say that.
And I respect. We also have mom dads who we are talking about who provide for their families. You know, we also have single moms. So, yeah. So, I don't think if you're saying that men are not providing, men provide. That is the role of men.
I'm saying most men.
Most men provide.
That's the emphasis I'm on. Like, most men don't provide
of this new generation.
Yes. Now, most men, they're turned off when a lady asks. But you do realize a lady doesn't have to ask. You have to provide before she asks. That way, it makes you now
depends.
a
Who
man.
am I this lady who's asking, is she my wife? Is she my mom? Is she my sibling?
For her to be able to ask whether she's not your wife or not, you have led her to that aspect of thinking. How do you find a bartender in a club, start touching her butt, doing the most with her, and expect her not to have the guts to do? You're shameless, right? I can be shameless too and be like, I need some money.
So I should give her money?
Absolutely. If you're going to feel like it's okay to touch her,
women,
then you should also
provide. This was a business. So this was a business that you did.
No. It's what we call expectation. Like, I think if today Mark Zuckerberg hits my DM, I'm like, you're a millionaire. Oh, mocha, right? But when Steve Simpleboy DMs me, I don't want anybody to know. That's just my opinion. Like, the expectations have already been set here.
Yes, and that's why if men expect high value women who have less body counts and those who are, how can I say? Of course, a woman's value is measured by body count, right?
Nowadays.
You agree?
Yeah.
So when high value men who are wealthy, rich, when unasema who are shajenga already, akitaka dem high class, I fought it. So ukisema anakutumia, so it means like these women are just hoes.
No one is saying anyone is being used. All I'm saying is, if you're going to lead me on and you're this tycoon, I expect you to come through for me financially, because already men are providers, right?
Yes. So that is not an expectation of women that you expect men to provide, right?
Yes. And the same thing you said, men are also providers, right?
Yes.
So when men are providers, and then I'm dating someone called Kanye West, Jay-Z, Mark Zuckerberg, do you expect me to be broke outside there?
We can't.
Because expectations are there. Even that man knows I'm a big name. So if my girlfriend is seen outside walking like a stray cat, it's going to be a bad image for me. So utapata tu mwanaume anakushughulikia sometimes, not because I care and it's coming from within, but because my reputation is on the line, right?
Yes,
exactly.
I think everyone has their own expectation, especially men also have their own expectations.
What do you have expectations when it comes to women? I'm curious, by the way.
If you're a wealthy man, a high value man, of course, you'll expect a woman with less body count. A woman will respect themselves.
It's always the body count, guys.
And peace. Women should also be peace in the home. Right? So for me as a man, I'll expect a woman who's peace. Taki kelele. So I don't want such kind of women around me. So it depends with who are you dating.
Would you define yourself as a dictator?
No, I'm not.
But okay, the thing is,
I'm just a person who knows my value. So do
you appreciate when a woman confronts you about your wrongdoings? Or
of course,
it's disrespectful to you?
No. No one is perfect.
Yeah.
No one is perfect. You get it? So we all have our flaws, so, and as they say, nyani haoni kundule. Exactly.
It's true. Yeah, so for me, I feel like in this midst of roles of, men and women in this Gen Z, I feel like it's long overdue. the disagreements have led to feminism. The disagreements have led to, men hating feminists. Before, feminist was a good definition word. But now if I stand here and say, hey, I'm Laleti and I am a feminist, people are like, boo, because it's already spoiled. People have really strayed. And now I'm going to be a devil's advocate when it comes to women and say, like, sometimes us women, we misuse the word feminism, okay?
Yes.
And us women, we have refused to accept, like, the generation we are in now. I feel like we don't even have a generation when it comes to women, Sana. I feel like men are the one who are facing it rough because they're not used to this kind of women we are right now.
Exactly.
Women, we had a grasp kidogo. Men cheated before. Women cried before. We're still crying now, but now women are not even crying. Women are not crying. And that's the scary part when it comes to, men dating women. And I can almost imagine how much it is really scaring men now, wondering, ini bel gani tuliletoa bana? An kina nani tunadil now? It's either when you meet that good girl who is really matching the back behavior, she's either untidy, not really a freak in bed,
Not really.
It's these girls with good game that are not being told what to do, that you guys are settling for, and it's really aching you guys. That's why
I disagree.
You can't.
I know a lady who is she's really good at bed. She's smart.
Yeah.
You get me? And she has all those qualities.
So she's 100.
She's not 100. She's a Gen Z, but she has.
Have you stayed with these people for over a year plus in a same place and learned them all through? Because I feel like you can't speak like you know a girl when you have not spent. If I live with a man for good 3 years, if that man tells you what I do, believe him. But you can't speak for me. Like, I've known you for how long?
Several years.
Yeah, but you can't say you know me. You know why? Because first of all, we've never been in a relationship. Second, we've never gone for 3 months consecutively of seeing each other. So you can't really judge from there, So you can say you have met someone who you haven't spent quality time. And when I mean quality time is usiku ndio huyo, mchana, weekendi, sometimes, it happens, right? Sasa umsi amekuwa common sana mpaka uko this is family bana. Huyu ni family. I can't even say kwa kina nani na kwa kina nani. This is home, it happens. So I don't feel like you men are really taking it in so well. I feel women are the ones taking it well in a way. Not all. Let me be specific. I feel women are taking it well. You know why? Because mulikuwa umeshatupatia a grasp of how it felt to deal with a man, Then mukatuonyesha, okay, when you're hoping next year, when you're hoping next year is gonna be better, oh honey, it's getting worse, So women, I think ni kama kulikuwa na kulikuwa na ka committee, maybe women's conference, the way there's always a men's conference. I think kulikuwa na women's conference wakasema cheki, we give them a taste of their own medicine. And now here we are dealing with, men who are women ain't shit. Women ain't this. And then we have another generation of women who are men ain't shit. Men are dogs. Men are this. Men are that, So how do we even adjust to this generation whereby it's a pointing finger era where men are pointing fingers on us and women are pointing fingers on men?
I just think all this just runs down to finding the equilibrium, where now reach to agreement where now you know how to deal with everyone and accept everyone. As much as women are complaining, I feel like nowadays you guys have a lot of privileges compared to men.
A lot, and it is choking the shit out of men. Facts. It is choking the shit out of men.
We're literally choking.
Yeah.
Not that hizo vitu how you guys are getting advantages and all those privileges in to affect, but the fact itself, to oppress. You get it? Every man will tell you, even if you know what I'm talking about, if you even go to look for a job right now, you'll be choosing over me. Right?
Yeah, true.
So I feel also that men, specifically in the society right now, are oppressed. And I also feel like women too, they've just forgotten their roles. That's why I'm not complaining. I feel like there's no balance and all that. And men will always be men. Must complain that men, what? You've said that men have done what? You've complained about shit.
I feel like men, this is the problem with men. You have a hard time accepting the era we are in right now compared to us women. That's the truth. You guys have a hard time accepting, okay, this is Sandra. Sandra doesn't do serious relationship. Sandra wants no strings attached, and Sandra doesn't have to be a hoe for doing that. Sandra can sleep with 5 men just like you sleep with 5 women.
Same to a man.
And it doesn't mean I'm a hoe. No, but when it comes to a woman, I am a hoe.
Yes. When a man sleeps with 10 men, you're a hoe. But when a man sleeps with 10 women, he's not a hoe.
No, but people say this notion of Demtaro.
As I said,
let's talk about
value is valued by her body count.
Let's talk about Demtaro. Let's talk about Demtaro. Do you believe in that narrative at kuna Demtaro?
Of course, if you're used. Brand new second hand.
But do you believe kuna wanaume mtaro? Imagine that there. Do you want an explanation?
Maybe the Chimano family.
Science. No. Actually, you see, the way we say,
family.
Nearly swim. You know, nearly swim. Even us, sometimes we swim.
Mm-hmm.
And no one is ready to have that conversation, guys. Kuna wanaume mtaro, my friends. Even in bed. Guys, in bed. Let's be realistic.
Censored.
Yeah, you can. No. There's no censoring. This might be out, and I don't care. This is the truth. Men are so oblivious to thinking that a woman who sleeps with a lot of men are the Mtaro family, the Mtaro gang. You know, it's fine. Got it. But do you know, you as a man, if you allow your body to have more frequent women, you fuck like 3 bitches a day, 2 bitches a day, like you only rest on Sundays because you don't have a choice. No. You only rest on Sundays because you don't have a choice. Do you know sometimes even when you have a hard on, it becomes soft? You can't even have a hard on. Because you have normalized this shit. You're even taking Viagra.
Listen, as I was saying, I mean it. Let me cut you there.
It happens.
As I say, do you know that as a man grows old, he's going to speak, but when a woman grows, then a wither.
That's not true.
It's true.
That's not true.
Women, do you know why men love young women?
All I can say, gone are the days.
No. We live in that generation now where men love...
Pull up again. What?
I'm saying, this new generation of men, we love young women. Do you know why?
You love young women?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Why? Because they're still young.
Easy to manipulate.
No.
Check that.
Women,
easy to manipulate.
As you grow old, you guys mnawither. But as me as a man, the more I grow...
But what about this trend of lots of men who are in love with older women?
Just listen. Yeah. So you're gonna get point. As women grow old, they wither. As men grow old, they get. They glow in one or the other, right? They become more handsome and all that. Once they get money and all that. Just listen. That is a fact. So when you see young men going for young women, it means that those are the people that young men need right now. And that's, what am I saying?
Like I feel. This is how I feel. You see, young women. No. When do unajipoteza? Because you know you're lying. Yeah. So let me tell you. This is what happens. You see, young women. Yeah? Young women are loved by older dudes. You know why? Because young women are loved by older dudes. Because older dudes, they don't like controls. They don't like a woman who challenges them. You see this? You see? No. Listen, a 19-year-old.
Because there are women their age.
A 19-year-old here.
That is a fact.
And a 27-year-old girl here. You can't compare. Do you know if you are told when you utaweza kupersuade utaendea huko kwa 19?
It's so different.
No. The truth is, men are getting tired of these older women who are so mature and know what they're worth, and they cannot take a lot of BS than they have taken back then when they were younger. And now, because mna feel, ni kama scam. You see, when tapeli, akijua nilitapeli Manuela leo, atamtapeli kesho tena. Lakini akijua jetapeli Laleti, ataenda ajamtapeli, atakuza kwa Laleti kutapeli.
This is what I'm trying to say. Do you know why older women are going for younger women? For young men? Because they can control young men.
But I feel this is me as a woman telling you for free. Yes. Let me tell you, this is me as a woman telling you for free. Older women are going for younger men because they just love the attention they're getting. Trust me, it's all about attention. Especially, wacha tuachane na hao maboi waruaka wakutafuta wakomboka. Tuseme tu genuine, like huyu ameniona, like alafu akasikia, oh, you're 52. I thought you're 20. It happens.
Yeah.
Like these men, they really love when they are proved wrong, but I thought she was 20. Oh my God, she's 58.
And
that's just my assumption. And they really admire. And actually, they're so mature, unlike these men who are like, I'm in my 30s,
you're so much
I'm in my 40s.
energetic. Young men are so energetic. That's what women want them for.
So are you trying to say you're not energetic?
I am a young man.
No, if you're older, okay, can you compare yourself with a 20-year-old boy?
Yes, I'm still in my 20s, so why not?
But still, when you meet a 20-year-old boy, you'll still say he's a youngie or something. Okay, the thing about men, I feel like it narrows down to the point where we're going to talk about denials. And when it comes to denials, let's talk about denials between, men and women, like we have accepted Gen Z. Gen Z iko fucked up in all angles. Like we can't even start talking about it right now. But hey, we have to breathe, sleep, eat, right? Inabidi maisha lazima isonge, right? So with that being said, let's talk about the denials that us women and men have. So I'm going to start because I'm a woman. The denials we're in right now, we don't understand and we've refused to accept is that a man will never be subjected to what a woman wants a man to do.
That is a fact.
Yeah. And the truth is a man will never change because a woman asked them to change. Naona hiyo ndio denial yenye like unapata dem amekaa miaka 6 kwa hii relationship akijaribu kuconvince boy I'm the one. Bro, if akukuona in 2 months you're the one, you are not the one. Naona you're not the one. After 10 years later you're not the one. 10. Buy houses for him, you're not the one. Buy cars for him, you're not the one. At the end of the day, if a man is not interested, let me tell you, afadhali mwanamke anaweza learn. I grow into, that's why we are nurturers, right? Because we grow into things.
Not in this new generation.
No, not in this new generation. You're right. The good thing, accountability works here.
Yes.
When you're in denial, accountability takes place, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the thing is, I feel like as women, we're in denial thinking that once a man is married to me, he has to follow every rule that I have. Like the expectations are here, they have to be done. Like I expect him, if he wakes up, he has to kiss me how I envisioned it last night. Like when I wake up, I expect him to call me in the middle of the day and tell me I love you. But that's your expectation, right?
Yes.
That's not what he is or what he's supposed to do. Those are just nothing but my expectations,
and
right?
That's why most women in this generation are mostly single. They were so single because...
How about men?
Men?
So men are in relationships?
They're not, but we're not in a relationship because of such women that we have in the society.
Why does it sound like there's no accountability on the men's part? Does that mean in your book, which is okay, you can have your book, I can have my book. Yeah. Does that mean in your book, men are never wrong?
No,
because I haven't seen any part you've said like, a man is supposed to, a man do this, that is wrong, and you can echo that. Can I ask you something?
Okay, no, would you allow... let me clarify something. When it comes to in a relationship, a man should be a leader, right?
Yeah.
And that is one thing that women don't want to accept in this generation, that men are leaders in a relationship. You have to listen.
Yeah.
You have to listen to a man. Whatever I say works. I know there's some other things that you don't that's not to discuss.
Absolutely.
It's a family. I can't say that I make all the rules. But in this new generation that we are in, most women, they don't want that. They want to be kichwa nyumba, like co-leaders in the house, So I just feel like women have just lost it a little bit in one or the other.
Are men the same?
Well, for Gen Z, yes, because they've been brought up with some, in a weak society. They're being brought up in a weak society where men are being downgraded. A man is not taught roles of a man.
Yeah.
But don't wanafunzwa roles za madem. Like, So I just feel like I can't blame them because of the generation they're in. But I feel like it's just a bunch of stuff.
For me, this is how I'm looking at it. Like, I mean, I get it. Like, imefika party yenye madem lose the value of what is expected by the society. You know why? Because kumbuka, not too long ago, giving birth to a girl was a loss, right? We were True.
In
giving
the
birth
days,
to sons was the it, right? Giving birth to sons was the it. Nona. So women were looked down sana when it narrowed down to FGM. It narrowed down to girls being sold to do housework. Mwanaume anasoma anapata hadi degree, anakuja anaozwa kwa huyu msichana hajasoma, anamtreat kama si wife, loving wife. Nona. Kwa huyu mwanaume, the wife was one of the kids.
I disagree a little bit. In the olden days, I felt like women were being treated well because our dads, they knew that their role as a man, you have to provide.
No, I actually feel women are treated well right now because you have no choice.
I doubt. Because I feel like in the olden days, what they used to do is, I'm a man, I'll provide for my family. They have food, shelter, security, right? Once I provide this, women knew their role. Get me right. I'll go back to that. Women knew their role back then. Provide, nurture the kids, pika, they used to do all this. Nowadays, them are check, get bro. You're like, you get it.
Before, it's true.
So I feel like, the money, even if they will, women were never taught in that manner or whatsoever. Walikuwa tu fiti. I feel like they were very much respected in the olden days than now.
I'm just curious. Let me ask you a question. Like, in an instance whereby, like, we are dating, right?
Yes.
I have a job. You don't. You stay home, applying for jobs all the time. That's the trend. Actually, that's the trend of the relationship squeezy. Unapata dema kona job. Actually, hata asipokuwa na hiyo job, akona sources kadhaa. Unaona? And unapata in such scenarios, unapata boy, yeye ndiye anakuanga na disadvantage okay, I'm not saying it's the case sana, but I'm just saying, unapata boy child anaishi kutafuta tu job, lakini udem amemwambia I got you. And it's true. Amemshikilia kiplani, unaona. So let me ask you, mimi amka asubuhi, I'm going to work. I'm supposed to be at work by 8. Unaona. I wake up at 6. Unaona. I do the dishes. I clean the living room.
Yes.
I clean everything.
You do your role as a woman.
Yeah. I do all of that, unaona. Then I cook food in case you wake up and you feel like you're hungry. Unaona. I leave for work. Mind you, narudi 5. Natoka 5, nafika hapo 7.
Okay.
I've been working, right?
Yes.
I'm tired, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you've been in the house, right? So, narudi napata ile chombo ulikulia kiko tu pale. Kile kitanda ulichokilalia hujakitengeneza kiko tu pale. Viatu venye ulitoka ukaenda sijui wapi pale chini, ukakuja ulirusha kimoja pale kingine pale. Socks all over the place. Unaona? Like, don't you think and then if I tell you what the heck is this? Now I'm controlling. Now I'm wrong. Now I'm this, I'm that.
Okay.
I'm going to get my own
job.
Now,
this is not the problem where now women provide for men. That's why.
Because you never want to be told. Why can't you just own it?
No, this is the difference. When a woman provides for a man, and when set a lot of rules and all some sort of shit. We have irresponsible men, of course.
Thank you. That's all I wanted.
But I'm not just telling you. There's something that have just showed me that when a woman provides for you, she'll want to control you. But when a man does that, we don't even control you.
No, actually they do. They'll be like, okay, I've never had a man get mad at me.
That's why I say men
no.
I've
never had a man get mad at me kwa sababu sijapika na ni saa 4. Utadhani nimeolewa na niko na watoto 6.
Of course. That means that man is irresponsible in one another. Of course, lazima ushebe Palumedos lazima spread. Come on.
Thank you. That's all I needed. And you know, for the most part, that's what men do. Men.
No, come on.
Yeah, like
don't say most men.
Most. I'm going to use most because you said.
Say some. Please use the term some.
Why?
Because it is some. Not even 7% of men.
That's why Manuel said, you have your book, I have mine. In my book, most men.
No.
Most men. It applies. Most men. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm a feminist. No, I'm not a feminist. But I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm a devil's advocate in an unfair tone. Let me tell you, Mimi, I'm not really at women empowerment. Yeah, and also I'm not into men should men venye wanashinda wamedisgustika na madem. Like, bro, who hurt you? Like, move on. Like, you see. And also, Pia, those women who keep talking men from Monday to Monday. I had this WhatsApp group the other day where I was tagging a girl. I don't even know her. But niko kwa WhatsApp group bana, mini follower. Like, this girl is always like, man. Then surprisingly naona kwa group amepost anatuambia, guys, help me choose a shoes for my man. And I'm like, you're full of shit at this point. You're full of shit. You're busy telling people how men are this, men are that in a negative tone. Then you're here asking us to help you choose a shoe size. It really bothered me because that's full of, exactly, you're full of hypocrisy. And maybe girls in this platform shouldn't listen to you. And I realized a lot of women are full of shit in that tone.
So you guys mislead each other.
Yes. The same way, my boy wataka kwa PS, uko PS, wama wa watch sports, wambiane mi bro siezi simp. Na jana alikuwa amepiga magoti ya jana saktuzo hiyo day. It's the truth.
Men don't simp.
The good thing about women, we own it. Like you can see the difference, guys. Like he's struggling to be accountable for his own shit.
Like I'm just being honest. Most men don't. If you're a high value man, you don't simp because you know your value. You know your role as a man in the society. So why should you simp?
That's the dumbest thing, Manuela, you said with me. Like that's the dumbest thing you've ever said to my face. Like, okay.
You're not getting my point. I wish you could.
I am getting your point. Crystal clear. And what I'm understanding is that men are stainless and women will always be the stained people. And maybe you should own the fact that men simp. Hatuwezi kuwa tunawajenga hivyo vyote na mnamsimp bana. Mnasimp.
Inadepend. Nasimpia nasimpia mamangu anisame. Maybe. Nasimpia mamangu anafanya kitu fulani.
Unasimpia dem. Akupe.
Anipe nini?
Kenye unataka.
Yenye ni? Yenye sila hiyo? Kani don konayo? Nini ngine? Kuchi nazaenda ni bayada kwa poka ni wife.
But do you can okay.
So I can't say for such a shit.
So you can go buy Gucci, right?
Ziko mob.
Ni sawa.
When one boy child is born, 7 ladies are born. That means that one boy is entitled to 7 ladies.
Got it. And actually, do you know we can also buy men? Squeezy.
Well,
have you thought about it?
Women share men. That is a fact because you are many. Men are less.
Okay.
For sure. High value men are very few. So you'll have to share whether you like it or not. I'm just quoting facts. I wish you knew. And that is one thing that women don't have. They live in denial. Women live in denial, and women are so much delusional. I don't understand this.
It's like I don't understand. Like, okay, it narrows down even to the sexual part. Imagine.
No, we can't simp for sushi. As I said, you see. So you see, women value their sushi, right?
Yeah.
So if a woman amelala na wanaume wengi, does she have a value?
Let me tell you. Kitambo, skiza. Okay. Kitambo, mwanamke angelala hivyo na watu wengi ni kwa sababu
women never cheated na watu wengi.
Kwani ilianza aje?
Yo, mama zetu walikuwa na bwana mmoja na nazo watu ikinde.
When it started, let's talk about when it started. So, let me tell you how it started.
Yeah.
Women before, and I know women who are watching this are gonna bear me witness.
Sentiment.
Before, women used to sleep anyhowly with men because they were searching for acceptance and low self-esteem. Like we used to think, the more a man wants to sleep with you, listen, the more a man wants to sleep with you, it means I'm good. But we were wrong. Men want to sleep with us because they want to release, whatever. So when a woman never knew what it meant to have her own sexual freedom. Unaona? And listen,
sexual freedom means
sexual freedom.
Different, man.
Yeah, I never, like I can bet. You see our parents.
Okay.
I said to you, you see our parents. They never had have orgasms. Most of our parents, they never had orgasms. It's true. You know why? Because they never had sexual freedom.
Let's go back to our parents that we just mentioned. Right? Do you know that if you compare to this generation, let's start from there. If you compare to this generation and before, most women in the manual wanaolewa, right? Nowadays you find most of single mothers, right? Why? Most women in the money, they need their roles, they conduct themselves well, they never cheated, they never, trust me, Mamba cheating the money on women were very few.
And it was an abomination, I know.
You get it?
It was weird.
So they were very high-valued women. Just listen, they were very high-valued women compared to this generation women. Because when I you need sexual freedom, sleeping with men.
No.
Come on.
You're not getting the point. The point is,
so my point is,
women have now realized, so when we have sex, we should have orgasms. So when we have sex, we should be glowing.
Your mom, when we never had an orgasm.
No, they never had orgasms. You and I know that. Tell you?
No, I don't know.
Our mom's work was to give birth and to release for you men.
Okay, how is orgasm made, bro? Okay, I'm confused.
Men are the only people who have known orgasms, but the funny thing is that they're not even practicing their own orgasms. So me actually I feel like ile generation yenye tuko sahi, we kama tu dem ukipata tu boy mnawezana kwa bed, shikilia hapo. Wachana na story na good looking. If he's good in bed and he's making your skin glow, stick to the guy.
And this new generation of women expect high value of men. Those are type of men that you expect.
We do. Personally, nothing would make me happier than to be a billionaire and buy any boy that I want.
Let me tell you,
that's just me being honest. If you're a high value woman,
I expect you to demand for a high value man.
I'm not going to demand, I'm going to earn it. And if you can't see it, I'm not here to convince you, hey, I look like this, so this is my value. Unaona, we are done doing that. Gone are the days.
I asked you this question. As I said, a man's value is measured by his achievement in the society, right? Tell me, what is how is a woman valued? How do you value
before or now?
Even now.
For now, I feel like a woman's value for now, it's measured by
generally
their firmness in believing things. Okay, listen, that's just my opinion. That's why kuna likes za kina nani, kuna wale walikuwa wanajulikana yusi, kuna wale mademu walikuwa wameomoka, wale kina mama Ngina Kenyatta, akina what was her name, Professor Wangari Maathai,
Martha Karua still exists.
Was she not slapped by a man one time? Professor, God bless her soul. Kuna time she was alivurugwa na wanaume because she stood for something that was right. True or not true? Do you think Professor Wangari Maathai is a legend or not?
She is.
Then
that is a fact.
Do you think she would have settled for whatever you're saying right now? That women have lost their culture right now? Do you really? No, she wouldn't agree with you. Trust me, she wouldn't agree with you. Let me tell you, if we followed what men are saying, sorry, I wouldn't even know what English is. I wouldn't even be speaking. I wouldn't even have a gut to talk to you right now. Saying on my knees like this, listening to all the crap that you're telling me as a man, even when it's wrong.
That is also another problem that you have with this new generation of women. They don't know how to listen.
We do listen.
This new generation of women, they don't know how to listen. They don't know how to shut the fuck up, when to shut the fuck up. This new generation of women, they want to be men. They want the same privileges
that
as
one
men.
Is true.
As men,
that one is
doing
true.
the most. You expect the same. This new female who are the same, as I said, a woman's value is measured by body count and all that. So when a woman is not of high value, is expecting a high value man, I feel like haiwezi.
You see what I tell my friend? I think Mimi, I'm not even into feminists. Like, I don't even give a fuck about what a feminist is at this point, because already the damage is already done. But Mimi, I'm looking for realistic people, realists, So this is my thinking when it comes to regards to, men and women. No. The thing is, women say, I even tell my friends, najua utapata kuna ule tu bishti yako fulani. Akona tu anaamka tu Monday asubuhi, bona reminisce tu weekend venye ilikuwa, anakuja anaanza kukwambia venye men are trash, men are dogs, men are this, unaona. Bwana wewe kwako that's not the same thing. Maybe you had an awesome time with a man. Kama mwanaume tu mahali ulikuwa tu umejibamba. So unapata tu kuna this particular girl anashinda akisema, mimi I don't believe in men. Unamuuliza mbona sis? Anakwambia every time a guy comes around ananitoka. Unaona? Aya, unamuuliza, okay, reason being inakani same reason. So me tell my friends this way, there's no way utataka boy anakuheshimu, boy akona career, boy anakuheshimu, boy akona career, boy anajua kukua like a responsible man, when wewe mwenyewe unataka boy mwenye akona gari na wewe mwenyewe umevaa viatu zimeraruka, miatoka zinaonekana hizo cracks za miguu. Unaona? Unataka boy mwenye ana spend kwako, wewe mwenyewe nywele umeshuka, Kai, let's be honest, ni sijui lini. Wewe mwenyewe unataka mwanaume mwenye anakaa kona dental formula poa, but your teeth are brown, honey. So my question is, what are you doing? Kwa sababu let me tell you, a man will treat you how you want to be treated, or a man will treat you.
No, a man will treat you as per your value.
Exactly. And a man will approach you na ile angle amekuona. Let me tell you, if a man is walking by and see a girl with a stiletto, with like clean nails, expensive bag, everything is perfect, atakuja hapo na tuseme tu kweli humbleness, si ndio? Utakuja hapo kama unajambia, I know this is a lane I don't want to fuck with. But tuseme tu kweli umepatana tu na ule bartender fulani. Na kwa bartender wote, I'm not saying bartenders are bad, don't get me wrong. Nasema, but okay, this is going to the club owners. Please take care of your bartenders. Wengine wenyu hata mwavalishi poa. Let's be honest. Mnawaachanisha wanakaa tu hivyo. Like unapata huyo exactly like this. Yeah, exactly. And I blame the club owners anyway. So unapata huyo dem sasa. Unaona? This is not a Nigerian movie where anaita kwa nani? Ati sijui Ofiana amechukuliwa, huyu Wakaria ameachwa. No. This is reality, manzi. Usidanganywe, yezi happen hapa sana.
But man would prefer to go for that bushy illiterate girl.
Why? Give me an honest opinion. And for once, keep it 100.
I'm keeping it 100 all the time.
Okay, keep it 100.
So that women, I'm taking accept this video. I'm just quoting facts. Yeah. A man, mimi naweza choose niende ule bush girl rather than I know it all who feel their.com the Gen Z woman. Do you know why? Because there's a difference. Ule personality yake, she's still a high value woman. She hasn't slept with a lot of men out there. That's why you said a man akipita tawa anaangalia dem amevaa weave nini. So it means a woman's value is her body. You get it? So a woman's value is her body. That's why we will get attracted to all that. So mimi naza prefer them to come as I get used to is very innocent. Not innocent in that manner. I mean like, but
it's actually funny.
It's true because body count yake bado hajafika.
I feel like laughing because sai nili realize that's not really applicable.
Let me tell you, I'm just telling what men need, even in this society that we're fucked up in. Men need women who can listen. Men need women who are submissive, of which now some of the learned women who are feeling like, nikisikia mwanaume mwenzangu wewe na mimi niko na degree ka wewe. Like you also have mastered. What are you telling me? Yeah. So I just feel like in this generation it's hard.
But don't you think the same thing in apply kwa maboy, like utapata boy, anafanya tu vitu za umama tu, like unapata boy yende anashinda anaingililia tu vitu peti hata kwa nyumba, like two very petty things. So for me, my question is, how do you expect a woman not to step up? Like, it's within us to nurture and to be supportive and to so when I feel like the man I'm seeing is not stepping up, itabidi mimi sasa nikwe the man.
You remind her. No, you remind
what if I've reminded you over and over and over and it has become a norm?
Then what are you doing there?
I need to get the fuck out.
If you feel he's not adding up to your standards, then what are you doing there?
So that's why there's always like,
same to men.
Do you see like the number of divorces that are applying in a week? Many. Compared to then, right? Kitambacho divorce ingehappen.
Women are to be blamed for most.
Because women are still, because women are now realizing I cannot settle for this anymore. You see, Kitambo, we used to give you that alpha treatment. You see, women of before.
A man will always be an alpha.
That's why I'm saying before we used to give you. You'll always be an alpha, but you're not getting the alpha treatment from this gender of ours, right? True or not true?
I'm an alpha.
That's why I'm saying you are an alpha, but you're not getting the respect you need as an alpha from this gender for the most part. True or not true?
From the society, yes.
Yes, women to be specific, they don't give you.
Generation,
you know why? You know why?
Yes.
Because the way you say women should earn, you men should also earn. Yes. There's no way nitadil na mwanaume mwenye anakaa tu fala fulani don't expect nimtreat na heshima yenye ana deserve. So for me the thing is misi yule dem na feel niko na time ya kuambia brother ati cheki nataka mimi nitakushow mara ya kwanza, nitakushow mara ya pili, nitakushow mara ya tatu. Nikiona hiki kitu imekuwa wimbo sasa, wacha tu nikaimbie mbele.
Ndio, so sufficient.
wacha tu niimbie mbele. So na sita jam. The thing about me, I love myself because I love my approach towards things. Like, I'm not mad, no bad blood. It's just that you wasn't the person I thought you were. My bad. Maybe my expectations were wrong. My bad. I thought you were gonna be this, you're gonna be that. But sasa kitu inaboingi sana when it comes to that, ni ati I never asked for too much. Because I know there are women out there wanauliza karibu hata wakwambia kata shingo yako nipe. But unapata kuna ule dem tu anaitisha for the smallest things in the world. But this man just can't give. Anakataa tu. Yani you just choose to be difficult. I don't know whether ni surrounding yenye uko nayo ama ni nini exactly, but I just feel like it happens.
We believe wanaume anaga shida na provision. Because that is our role. So
it's not even about providing.
Just a minute. Yeah. So I feel like for a woman to kuna vitu zenye madem na mnaitishaga. You know what I mean? So I always feel like before a woman does that, please itisha kitu yenye you feel like you are worth of it. Like you are worth of it. Usitishe tu kitu yenye even you cannot provide for yourself and all that.
Like I can't ask for a man for a car that I can't buy. If I'm gonna ask for a car from a man, I'm making sure like I can also get it. That's why I mean ule dem mwenye nikiambia mpoa wangu okay baby kwa hivi nataka uniletee hii na hii aniambia hizi leta no tu msee anakuambia leti juu not because anado kuna tu time wanaume pia wanakwanga kisirani anakata tu kuleta because anakata. So that's when you are empowered and you are empowered for the right reasons, you are empowered to be a nag and a disturbing bitch. So that's why unapata umekata kuniletea ni sawa Morio, no bad blood, I can go get mine. So unacheki hiyo party na chomango huyo mwanaume, you know why? Because umerise above. Umerise above.
Women, are very few. Yada ipatikani kikomba mato.
Same thing about the men. You want to say like men. Ni ukweli?
No. I'm just
we also have less bail. Tuko na bail tu kidogo ya wanaume wazuri. Tuseme tu kweli. Tuko na tu bail kidogo. And actually we are working on a thin ice na men. That's why unapata there's a big number of lesbians and you wonder why. No, I don't want to
say. They're just damaged emotionally.
What about the gays?
I don't talk about that, but
of course, but people have reasons for being whatever they are.
I'm
right?
a straight dude, so I don't.
Yeah, but I'm just saying people have good reasons for whoever they are. If you choose to be a straight man, you have your own reasons why you're a straight man. And if you choose to be a straight man who is single for the most part, then we both know why you are single for the most part, because it is what it is. Yezi kwa ni wanawake wote umepatana nao ni vichwa ngumu na wako kwa Gen Z. Unajua, it can only say go to the mirror and look at yourself again.
Few women can speak the way you're speaking, Lalit. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, true.
Let's just be honest. Not all women are doing what you're saying.
Yeah, it's true. To some extent, it's true.
You know very well that your gender, most of your gender, are doing the opposite of what you're talking about.
It's true. Like, ata nyinyi wanaume pia, I blame you sana. And I know, utapata boy, like we were having this conversation, utapata boy akona nini situation ile yenye anachase dem mwenye hana value juu ya looks. We talked about you, and you said you're a sapiosexual man, right? Yeah. But can you guess how many sapiosexuals you have as men in this era right now? Very few, right? Yeah. That's how utapata. Yeah. So there's no way.
For sure.
That's how utapata. There's no way utasema ati all men are this. You can only speak for yourself.
That's why I said most.
Yeah, you can only speak for yourself. And maybe your brothers and sisters. Empowered. Yeah.
I know on the men who knows their value.
Probably. So in conclusion, we can just say we have to end with acceptance. And me, I can say for myself, in acceptance for us women in regards to men, speaking for women like me, because hey, we can't be the same. Me, I've accepted that men will always be men. And I'm not saying it in a negative manner to men are dogs. No, men will always be men with their own behaviors. And because I am accepting that, so the problem is men have not accepted women. No. So I would love to say I've accepted that men will always be men. I cannot change a man's perspective. I will never have that power over that man like that. But he can only change because he chose to do it for me or something. He just aliona tu kitu akafeel I want to change.
For a good purpose.
Yeah. That's
and also finish with what you're saying. It's right that we also have some weak men in this society, especially. Just say that they have to man up, go to the gym, do the right things, stop masturbating. Be a man, we are supposed to be an alpha.
Madem na adabu. Mnabu bana. Anyway, on a positive note, we can always say that the generation we are in right now, we are struggling to be better. Some of us are fighting depression, some of us. But hey, what matters is the people you're surrounded with, the people you love, and hey, we can always rise above from learning from each other and being accountable for what you're doing. So yeah, that's it. So that was it for today with your girl Lauren Laleti
and Victor Manuela.
We are cutting it off with the show Incredibly Raw. See you then.
Gracias, muchachos.
Boom, yeah. Tumemaliza on a good